How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Um, Welcome to the Child's Play stream, which I had planned to do actually for a while. Um, Wait for some people to get in here. I actually seen somebody, I think, in here already. I think I seen Russell in here. Um, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think I did see him in here. But we're gonna wait for some people to get in here, and we're gonna you know. And obviously, as you guys know, it's also my birthday as well. Um, and actually, we're gonna play some music here while I do the stream. Um, what kind of music is there? Um, Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure out something that in the background at least. While we talk. Um, let's see here. I think this is good. Alrighty, so we got some music playing. We got we're basically just going to be talking about, Child's Play today. And as you guys know, it's going to be basically going to be my birthday stream as well. As you guys know, it's my birthday. I turned 25 today, so I just kind of wanted to do this stream because I had planned on doing it. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Child's Play today. And what's up, Russell? How you doing, man? Yeah, he's already in chat. I kind of figured. That's an awesome background. Yeah, I'm gonna just start doing that more often. Like, let's just say if I talk about a certain topic, I'm just gonna change my background to the topic that we're gonna be talking about. Like, so today we're talking about Child's Play, so my background is a Child's Play background. But yeah. I just thought it would be a good idea to do that, especially when I make like videos too. Like whatever topic I'm talking about, I usually, change my background to that topic or to that whatever I'm talking about. Like, so it's definitely one of those things. Like, I just thought of that idea, thought it would be a good idea, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just thought it would look really good. But yeah, I did turn 25 today. My birthday today. So this is kind of like I said, a Child's Play slash birthday stream, somewhat. Looks like Chucky is going for the sneak attack. Yeah, it does. It looks like he's actually stabbing me, on my shoulder. Like, it's kind of funny. Because I was talking about my Ghostface background as well. Somebody, I think Blanca was the one telling me that it looked like Ghostface was stabbing me. Like, and I kind of wanted to make it look like that so that it looks kind of believable, I guess. Yeah, thank you. I turned 25 today. Yeah, so I just wanted to do the celebration, kind of, and because, like I said, I don't really talk about other movies like this, and I'm kind of wanting to make this like a birthday stream as well, somewhat like a birthday slash Child's Play stream, since it's my birthday today, and I had planned, like I said, to do the stream, for a while. Um, so yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, we are going to be talking about, like I said, Child's Play, the franchise. We could talk about anything regarding, Child's Play, as long as it's not nothing, we gotta stay on topic with Child's Play. Today on the stream, because that's the topic that we're going to be talking about. But um, so I'm going to start off by saying this. I think Child's Play Part 1's obviously always going to be the best. But I think the second one is probably, I would say the second one's probably better than the first in a lot of ways. A lot of people prefer, the second one more over the first. But me, like, yeah, I kind of do too. Like, even though I know that the original, the first one is probably always going to be a better film, I just feel like number 2, Child's Play Part 2 is, all around just a great film. I think it's all better written. It's just a better, film, like overall than the first. That's just my opinion on that. Oh, we got Blanca in here. He says happy birthday. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for that. My favorite Child's Play is the original first one with Andy and his mom, where Chucky kills his babysitter, where he hits her with hammer. Yep, exactly. Yep. I think that was the first one you're talking about. Which, yeah, the first one's always going to be good. No disrespect to the first film. The first film's always going to be a great film. But I just feel like a lot of people prefer the second one over the first because they feel like it's it's just all around better writing, I guess. And obviously Brad Dourif does a phenomenal job in all the movies, but yeah, I just feel like the second movie is just the best. Like, I feel like it's the best, like better than even the first one. That's just me, but the original, of course, is still great. It's always going to be my favorite. I just feel like, in part 2, I feel like it was just better writing. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I don't really care for Child's Play. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care for it as much either. It's one of my favorites, one of my favorite franchises. But it is it is on my top 5. Even though it's like my 5th favorite, I believe, it's still my top 5. Or it's my number 6. So I guess it's not really in my top 5, but it's number 6. So it's in my top 10. But maybe it's not ranked as high as like Friday the 13th or, the Halloween films. It's definitely, I think it's more enjoyable than the Leprechaun films, honestly. That's just the way I feel. The Leprechaun films, just ain't, they're just not for me, Yeah, part 2 is iconic. Oh yeah, it is. And a lot of people just, I don't know what it is. A lot of people just prefer, the second one over the first. Probably just because of, just a well-rounded film. Like, and that's how I feel too, But obviously, like I said, The original is the original. It's always going to be, the best. You know, good voice acting, terrible. Yeah, I mean, it does have its moments. There's a lot of moments in it where you're like what the hell is that? But of course, there's all movies are gonna have that. And yeah, maybe I'm not the biggest fan of Child's Play. You know, I'm not. I wouldn't say like I am a fan of it, of course. But am I a die hard fan? I wouldn't say that. I do like it though. It is my number um 6. My number. I think it's like my sixth favorite slasher film. So it's definitely in my top 10. And I find them way more enjoyable than the Leprechaun films. You know, um, personally, but or Gremlins. Yeah, I don't really get into Gremlins. Gremlins is just not for me. What's going on, Russell? Not much blood there. Yeah, like it's not for everybody. Like me, I don't like the Leprechaun. You know, I don't like those. I don't like those movies. I don't know what it is about the Leprechaun films. Is that I just don't like those films. I prefer Child's Play over those films. And they're actually going to do a Chucky and the Leprechaun crossover originally, but they canceled it. Something that really makes you second guess doing something you do without any thought. Something that really makes you second guess doing it. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Like I said, it's not for everybody, and I have films that I don't really care for. Like I said, I don't want to get too much off topic of, Child's Play or anything, but a movie that I didn't ever care for was The Leprechaun, The Exorcist. The Exorcist is the one film that I've never really cared for. The Hellraiser films, never liked them for some reason. I don't know. I just find them to be a little weird. It's just not for me. So I understand. There's a lot of people that ain't gonna like. They're not gonna like the same stuff. They're gonna like different stuff But yeah, like me, I don't care for the Hellraiser films. I don't care for the Leprechaun films. I don't care for The Exorcist. No. Hey man, it's not for everyone, I guess. Chucky's way better than Leprechaun. I agree with you. Ghostface in that. Yeah, I mean, Chucky's just all around just more. Like I just find the Child's Play films like more enjoyable. Like the Leprechaun films just ain't. They're not for me like that. They're just not. Like the Leprechaun films, okay, it is considered a slasher. If you could let me know, Russell, I think it is a slasher. It's considered a slasher, I guess, but it's not really a slasher in my eyes. It's just really not. So it's just, I don't know, man. The Leprechaun movies are just not for me. I've just never been a fan of it, personally. I read about that Ghostface Fanatic Chucky versus Leprechaun crossover. They made the right choice to cancel that. Yeah, I thought they did too. That would have been cool to see. But yeah, you're probably right. I don't think it would have made too much sense. I just don't think it would have made too much sense, personally. But, like I was saying, I agree with you on that point. Like they were right to cancel it because it probably wouldn't have even made sense. You know? Yeah, they're both small. They're both midgets. But who would really win, honestly? Chucky would win probably. A lot of people may say the leprechaun just because the leprechaun's basically like a creature slash leprechaun, like, but I don't really know. I mean, I my money's on Chucky, honestly. It's actually a horror comedy goes with. Oh, okay, so it's not really considered a slasher then, and that's my problem with it. It's not really a slasher. It's not. It's not even a slasher. It just isn't. That's my. That's kind of my problem with it. That it's not like okay. He's basically like considered like an icon, I believe, but he's not a slasher. Like Chucky. Chucky would have been more scary if kids were helping him kill. That would have been pretty cool, but at the same time, I don't really like that idea. Honestly, I think the doll thing is it's just a fascinating idea. I don't find enjoyment having people help them. I just don't. That's just me personally, though. Slasher films, people just want to see one, just one killer, do his thing. They don't want to see they don't want to see other people like help. Chucky started his Children of the Corn cult. Oh, yeah, that would actually be pretty crazy. Now, I talked about this idea a while ago about them possibly doing, because I don't know if you guys know the doll Tiffany. It's basically Chucky's girlfriend or whatever. Chucky's girlfriend, Tiffany, right? The doll. Basically, I was talking about the idea of having a film just about her, like just simply about her only, and not Chucky, not nobody else, just her. Just have her in like her own film or something. Like, I thought about that idea. I don't know if you guys, would like that idea, but I think that idea. I said that's a really good idea. Like, I think they should do something like that for sure. They do in Child's Play TV series. I stopped watching TV series after season 1. Yeah, I never even got the chance to watch the TV series yet. I've only watched the movies. That's it. It was getting too agenda driven. Yeah, a lot of people find the TV series not too like. A lot of people enjoyed it, but I don't really know how to like because I never saw it, so I don't really know like how it is. Yeah. I don't know if you're. Yeah, like I was talking about, like I said, Tiffany possibly having her own movie. Like, just imagine that. Just imagine that. Just a movie about Tiffany. That's it. I mean, that would be a great idea. That'd be something that I'd be doing. What sucks about horror TV shows is they aren't horror as a staple. It is a drama with horror aspect 90% of the time. Yeah, you're right though, because there's a lot of other TV series that didn't really do a good job at making it a horror. They didn't make it about horror or nothing. They just made it more of like a drama. You know, and I kind of know. Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, I think the most underrated, like I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think the most underrated Child's Play film is without a doubt probably Child's Play. Um, I think without a doubt, like the most underrated Child's Play film, in my opinion, is probably Child's Play Part Three. Now the reason is because I just like it. Like I don't know why I do. Um, I just find enjoyment in it. Like the setting, the military setting and all that. Just I think it's just the most underrated film probably in the franchise. And a lot of people didn't really like that setting, the military setting, but I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was a really good idea, and something new for sure. Horror is a genre of fiction that's intended to disturb. Yep, exactly. And then what they do is they just make it like a drama. They don't make it a horror. They don't make it like a horror TV show or nothing like. That's kind of my problem. Yes, I love that idea, Tiffany Valentine movie, because they did a lot of flashbacks of her past and TV series. Yeah, origin story would be out. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, just imagine having something new. Instead of Chucky doing the killings, have Tiffany just do the kills. Just make it about her only. Chucky doesn't even have to be in the film. I don't think Chucky should be in the film. I think it should just be about, Tiffany only. But yeah, I just thought of that idea a while ago. Like, I thought of that idea. I made a video about that as well. Like, I'd probably go Child's Play the original. Yeah, and I can understand that because the original is always going to be the best. The best one. That's the one that you always have to go with. You can't beat the original, I guess. That's the way it is with every franchise. Show how Tiffany Valentine met Charles Lee Ray. Charles Lee. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Maybe show like how her and Chucky like met each other. Something like that would be so awesome. Something like that. I just want them to do a story with just her in it. And maybe you could show something like that. Maybe like how her and Chucky, like you said, met. Like how they met and all that. Like, I love that idea. I dig it. Most Child's Play projects feel like they go repeated and feel deserving of reason to make a new film. Yeah, like a lot of people, that's the way it is with a lot of franchises. That's the way it is with Halloween. That's the way it is with Scream. People feel like people should just quit making those movies just because they keep on killing them in certain ways, like especially the Halloween films. They kill because Ghostface is obviously different. He's more of a human, and it's a different killer in every movie. But the Halloween films, it's the same killer. So like, people have a problem, with them killing him off in a stupid way and bringing him back. Like, and that's what people feel like, with Child's Play. People keep saying, like, how the hell does he keep on coming back? Well, he simply can't die. But I understand what people are saying, because if they do it in a stupid way, they just bring him back and just keep killing him in a dumb way. Like, I don't really see the point of that, But again, it's all about the money, People love these films, and dog kills the people wonder, and they get people to believe. And everyone thinks they're crazy until someone. Yeah. Yep. Before he was the dog. Oh, okay. So you're talking about how Tiffany met Chucky before he was the dog. I get it. Or how Tiffany, yeah, that's it. Like, you mean like how Tiffany met Chucky, like, way before he was even like a dog. Like, I get what you're saying. You're basically saying Tiffany met him when he wasn't, like, before he was a doll. Pretty much sums up any Child's Play movie. Yeah, and that's the way it is with Halloween as well. You know what I mean? And like I was saying, I don't want to get like too much off topic of like the Child's Play, but like I was saying, the Halloween film, people feel the same way. With Halloween Ends, the way that Michael got shredded at the end. People feel like he shouldn't come back. And I understand when people, when they kill a character like Chucky, like Michael, in a dumb way, people have a problem with it. People don't feel like, they should come back just because they feel like they should stay dead. Just because they got killed, the way they got killed seems like, they should be dead forever. But at the same time, I don't really think, like I was saying, it's all about the money. People, these movies are like big draws. People, there's fans, there's diehard fans of these films, including me, and it would be hard for them to just quit making these movies, you know what I mean? No matter how stupid, their deaths are, I still think that, like, I just think, it would be hard for them to just quit making them because they're such big franchises, Because he possesses other people in the soul. Which is weird. Yeah, you're right. It is kind of weird. It kind of is. But that kind of explains why he doesn't die necessarily. That kind of explains that all. Another big problem with Child's Play is he has all this power. Technical advantage being a doll, but is trying to become a fragile person again, where he almost died for good. Yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying, man. A lot of people, feel that way, but again, it's all about the money, man. These movies make a lot of money because they're so big. It was a 70s/80s, 90s concept before people seeing the stories on repeat and made these problems go so glaring. Yeah. Yep. I agree with you on that. Those were decades. Those were decades murders. It was still a foreign concept. Yep, for sure. I forgot what they called him. Charles Lee Ray. There was a nickname they called him. He was a serial killer. I don't know. The Lakeshore Strangler. Maybe that was it, but I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look real quick. I could Google it real fast. Let me grab my phone real quick. I'm gonna, Google it real fast. Because yeah, I really don't remember his nickname. Uh, okay, that's it. Oh, the Lakeshore Strangler. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really know he had a really. I didn't remember if he had a nickname or not. Um, I get a weird memory like that. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Like I said, I didn't even know he even had a nickname like that. Because I know that he's a good guy doll, but yeah, Chucky is one of those characters where like he keeps on coming back. Like this because I think it's because he's basically um, yeah, because he possesses other people with his soul. Yeah, and I think that could be why he doesn't die. Like, I think they will do Chucky versus Megan. Yeah, that's believable. Or maybe Chucky versus Annabelle. One of those two. I mean, I think Chucky and Annabelle would be pretty interesting as well. Um, I'd be totally down for that. Or something stupid. Yeah, probably. And the funny thing about Charlie Ray, he didn't know about voodoo. His friend had to teach him. That's actually crazy that his friend actually had to teach him that, like that he didn't automatically know. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Universal owns the rights to Chucky and Megan. Oh, really? That's interesting. So maybe they will do a Chucky versus Megan film um, in the near future. Who knows? Is it voodoo? Voodoo? It's voodoo. That's what it is. And another fun fact, they were talking about Chucky and Annabelle crossover, but I haven't heard anything else about it yet. Yeah, that's why I was kind of like talking about like how Annabelle and Chucky are kind of like similar, you know, and how similar they are. Like Chucky does voodoo, and basically Um, Annabelle's just another creepy doll. That's basically similar. Like, so I just think, but Annabelle doesn't like walk or nothing. That's the thing. But definitely would be very interesting to see. Annabelle versus Chucky um, showdown. Like, I feel like the TV series said it was Voodoo. I don't think so. I think it's Voodoo. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, I think it could work, honestly. But no, I kind of understand what you're saying. But I just think that they had a lot of similarities. And maybe they could definitely probably team up or something like that. That would be, shoot, even that. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Voodoo. Yeah, but yeah, that was basically like a rumor that I heard like for years. I heard a rumor about Leprechaun versus Chucky crossover film. Um, I think that was back in like 2016 or something like that, I believe. And yeah, and then after that, we just never heard. I think they canceled it because I guess it probably didn't make too much sense to them. But I always thought somebody was mispronouncing voodoo when they called stuff voodoo. I never turned out there two similar versions of magic. Yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah. You can't really do a child sex crossover. His powers aren't entertaining and it based off. Well, I think that there is a possibility that he could cross. He could. Like I said, like maybe Annabelle, maybe like I said. That Leprechaun movie. Yeah, it probably wouldn't have made any sense, but it would have been an interesting matchup. For sure. Even though I think that Chucky, I think that Chucky, would honestly destroy him. With this voodoo and all that shit. But you can make him outnumber someone by possession, but how entertaining is that really becomes a sort of zombie flip at that stage? Yeah, for sure. For sure. I will still watch it. Yeah, exactly. I will too. I would watch it either or. I mean, I would watch Chucky versus the Leprechaun. I would watch Chucky versus Annabelle. Shoot, I'm still gonna watch that. I mean, still interesting, because it's a crossover, and I just feel like we need more crossovers like that. I don't feel like we have enough. The only movie that we had was Freddy vs. Jason. That was it. And I feel like we need more crossovers with other horror icons. Like Annabelle is supernatural. Who could theoretically Yeah, you're right though. He probably would. Because I don't think I think she would. I don't think Chucky has enough power to, beat her or anything. I think Annabelle is probably the winner, honestly, in that matchup. But I do think that Chucky's got a lot of powers though. He's pretty strong for a doll. Like this is what the problem with characters who have hair in the way can't be defined or explained. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand, man. Yeah, Chucky can be immortal by opposition, but yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I don't want to get off topic, but Annabelle is possessed by a demon named Person. So, yeah, and like I said, it's totally fine, man. We're just talking about Chucky, and we could talk about possibilities and whatnot. It's fine, but like I was saying, yeah, that's totally. That's why I truly think that Annabelle would probably beat Chucky in the matchup. You know, I think that's more. I just don't think that Chucky, but it doesn't mean I wouldn't want to see it, because I still want to see it because it's a crossover, Even though I do think that Chucky would probably, you know, get destroyed by Annabelle, probably. I still think that he still got it. He still has a chance, but it's definitely still, a movie that I would go watch. Because it's still, it's a crossover. Almost every other horror character tries to keep a bit of mystery in their capabilities. Yep, exactly. Chucky versus Cujo. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, Cujo would probably. It's kind of hard to say who would win that matchup, though. I mean, you may say that Cujo would probably win because he's an animal, but at the same time, Chucky, like I said, has a lot of powers. Still, I mean, he's still strong. He's still strong, even though he's a doll. I still think that he's pretty damn strong. That Chucky movie remake with Michael, I had never had him. Okay. First of all, I respect your opinion, but I disagree with that. Like, I don't like that. I don't like the remake. The remake to me, the voice actor and all that, no, just not for me. I'm sorry. That movie, the way that Chucky was like portrayed in that movie, no, that's just not for me. Like, I think that remake was probably one of the worst remakes, probably. Like, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I don't like that remake at all. I don't like the voice actor. I don't like the look of Chucky. I don't like the way the character looks. It doesn't. I just like the original. The original Chucky with Brad Dourif. I don't like that remake shit. It's just not for me. My favorite scene in Child's Play 2 is the scene with Chucky versus Chucky doll, where he hits it with the shovel and buries it. Oh yeah. Yup, I forgot about that scene too. Yup. That's a pretty dope scene. This is why a lot of people prefer part 2 over the original. A lot of people just find it to be, more enjoyable, which I kind of do too, but at the same time, the original, the original is the original, and people are going to pick the original, pretty much all the time. I'm not saying the remake is good. Oh, okay. I thought you were basically saying that it was good. And even if you did like it, I wouldn't. That's people have a right to like what they like, but um, I'm saying the concept is how you advance the character. Oh, okay. I get it. But yeah, that remake though, like when you brought up the remake, I was actually gonna get talk about that, about the remake because the remake is just I talked about like how bad that movie is, just the way Chucky looks, just the voice actor and all that. I just wasn't a fan, personally. The bad thing about the remake is it happened during the original franchise, and it's just slap to Don Kennedy, Don C. Um, like, why would you do that? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like that voice actor. First of all, that voice actor is absolutely just trash. All right, in my opinion, absolutely just garbage. Even the look of Chucky, the doll, the look of him even looks even more garbage when you look at him. Like, and they made the Andy character. Yeah, that's a slap to the face. To the original. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, that's not his character, in my opinion. Like, that's not Chucky. I'm sorry. I think Brad Dourif was Chucky. Yeah, that actor is just that voice actor is just not for me. Like I said, I don't care for Child's Play much. Yeah, I get it. I think another problem with horror is one has got to do something that's happening and because it would hit too hard. Yeah, I understand. Almost don't give them any idea of the mentality. Yeah. Mario was one of the best voice actors. No. He's not for me. I mean, if you think that, I mean, hey, like some people have their own opinion, but for me, I just can't. I just can't with that guy, I'm more of a fan of Brad Dourif, you know. Might not be for Child's Play, but he's a native voice actor. Okay, maybe he is. I've never heard him voice act before in any other movies, you know. But I just don't feel like he fits the role of Chucky. I just don't personally feel like he fits that role. He just, I just think he did a horrible job. That's just my opinion. Haven't seen the director of Child's Play. Oh, okay. Yeah. Or writer. Mark is an animated voice of the Joker. Yeah, like maybe he's a good voice actor. Okay, I'll give you that. But the problem is that when it comes to Chucky and all that, no, that's not him. I'm sorry. He's just not Chucky. He's not meant to play Chucky like. I think Brad Dourif is Chucky. In my opinion, because he's the one that started, playing Chucky before anybody else. Happy brother, my buddies too. Oh, how's it going, Tatum? Thank you for popping in, and yeah, Thank you for that. Sorry I'm late, but wanted to say happy birthday. Oh, that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Yeah, I just thought this would be like kind of like a child's play talk and also like slash birthday stream. Since today is my birthday and I am 25 today, so I kind of wanted to do both, little of both, because I had plans, to talk about this, talk about child's play, you know, for a couple days now after the Friday the 13th stream. And I was like, man, how about I just do it on my birthday? It would have been, you know, I just thought it was a good idea to do that. So thank you. I appreciate that though. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Greatly appreciated. Tatum tear that I wrestled. Brad is great, but the difference between his talking and he was very. Yeah, but like I said, it's all about the original. Who started it? To me, the person who started it, who's the originator. To me, he was the one that fit perfectly for the role of Chucky. Like that's why they picked him, like over anybody else. Because he fit perfect. So that's just my opinion on that. I personally, I don't know. Brad Dourif, I just think is always going to be the best, in my opinion. Yeah, Basin 25 again. Happy birthday, girl. Thank you, Tatum. I appreciate you too. I appreciate you, like, for popping in the streams, they're always there, and I appreciate you. Thank you for the birthday wishes again, and you're incredible as well. It would have made more sense if original Child's Play franchise was done, then to make a remake or reboot, but them doing a remake during the original franchise was just wrong. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's disrespect. That's kind of a slap to the face to the original. Like I was saying, the way that they portrayed Chucky in that movie, the way they portrayed the character of Andy. Like no, you just can't do that. Like okay, maybe it's a remake. That's basically what it's supposed to be, but not like that. I mean, come on, they went overboard with that. Like Chucky in that movie was just absolutely boring, downright just boring compared to all the other movies. With Brad Dourif. Like that's just my opinion, and just the look of him. This look of him too is fucking ugly looking. I'm sorry. It's an ugly ass look. Steve, have you? No, I like I said, I haven't seen the Chucky series yet, but I've only watched the movies. I haven't watched the TV series yet. I heard a lot of positive reviews, about it. Heard people say they like it because Brad Dourif is obviously back, which that makes it good, because Brad Dourif is back. But I've never really personally seen it for myself, so I really don't know. But I'm pretty sure all you guys saw it, so I don't know. Have you guys saw it? And if you have, how was it? What do you guys like rate it? Worst to best, like 1 out of 10. Just let me know, because then that would kind of give me, something to. I definitely want to watch it. Like I said, I just haven't got a chance. I just, I just haven't. I don't know why I haven't watched it. I'm just so attached to the films. Did you feel that way about Pamela Voorhees? Um, feel 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 what way? I don't know what you mean by that. Don't know how much I miss, but thank you. I appreciate you. Seriously, I do. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Like, seriously, you're awesome, Tatum. Tatum, you don't know much. You don't know much. It's okay, Tatum. Think creative childhood movie. That's TV series. It's the project. Oh, that's very interesting. So yeah, so the guy who made the original movies is a part of the TV series as well. That's wow. See, and that makes it even better. You know, it makes a big difference to me. Watched the first season, the second season. I haven't finished yet. Yeah, like I said, I haven't. I don't know what it is, but I just haven't been like physically like down to watch it for some reason. Like I've been so like wanting to watch the movies more than the TV series. It feels like I don't know what it is because I do have the box set, the Good Guy box set, all the Child's Play films. But like I said, I don't know why. Like I don't know why I just don't want to like watch the TV series. Maybe it's just because I like the movie so much. I don't want to get away from that, I don't know what it is, but I definitely want to get it, give it a try for sure. You said Brad is Chucky because he's the original, but Friday the 13th was made to be a multi-fan franchise that yeah, but the thing is that Chucky basically talks and Jason doesn't, and Jason, doesn't talk. So I don't really know what you mean by that, but I'm just basically saying that I prefer Brad Dourif. Yeah, I do think Brad Dourif is the best because he is the original. I don't know what you like necessarily mean by that, but if you could kind of like clarify just a little. I got confused, Tatum. LO, my bad. Oh. But Pamela was the original who talked. Yeah, and I like the original. So you're basically saying that I should probably like the character of Pamela more than I do Jason? Just because she's in the original? Like, best quote Chucky said in Child's Play 2 is how oh yeah, that is the best quote. And like I said, Brad Dourif is just A plus. Like every time he plays that role, he's just A plus. He's just A plus. He's just A plus. I just always enjoyed him more than it. I just feel like he is Chucky. Just like Freddy. Robert Englund is Freddy. That's just my opinion. And yeah, I get what Bluff is trying to say, but at the same time, it's a little different. By your child's play logic, Pamela should be your Friday the 13th villain, not Jason, is what I'm getting at. Oh, but yeah, but Jason's actually the real character, though. Like, he's the one that's actually, he's he's the actual villain. You could say Pamela is, but at the same time, her son, her son's basically, doing well. I kind of get what you're saying, but I doesn't mean I hate Jason though. Jason is more, Jason's more enjoyable to me than Pamela. Like Pamela, okay, I like the original Friday the 13th, but the character of Jason, something about that character, like I said, just frightens me more. But like I said, I don't want to get too much off topic, you know. And of course, Chucky getting even with Andy's teacher in part two. Love it. Oh yeah, when Chucky got killed, when Chucky killed Andy's teacher, like, yeah, that was a pretty brutal kill. He killed her like with the ruler. That was, love that scene. I also like that one scene when he puts that bag over that guy's face. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. As you guys can see, you guys could definitely. Friday the 13th shirt. I got this on Amazon a while back. It's actually I don't remember what part it is. It's just a Friday the 13th shirt, Yeah, Amazon for sure. They had no plans to bring Jason into the films. Oh man, it's not that long. I get what you're saying, yeah, but again, what I'm saying is that the character is the character. Like, okay, Pamela may have started it, but is she really a person that I enjoy more than Jason? No. I mean, even though Jason wasn't really the plan until, like you said, Jason wasn't really the plan. They didn't really have, they were going to make Pamela the original killer. Jason wasn't really going to be in the picture, but Jason to me is he's just more frightening than Pamela is. But I kind of get what you're saying. You're basically saying that that Pamela, because she was in the original, basically I should like that. I should like her more than I do Jason. But I don't really agree with that. Like, I think that Jason's just something about Jason. He's just more frightening, Like, I know the original idea was basically Pamela, but like I said, I don't want to get too much off topic about Child's Play, but anyway, my point was that we more or less enjoy the original because of follow-ups. Chase people who don't care. No, I understand what you're saying. Like, Child's Play probably got marketed as Chucky because he was insane. Oh, so yeah, he's the one that played Luke Skywalker. Yeah, he's the one that played Luke. But I just personally wasn't like a fan of him, like doing the voice for Chucky. Like, that's just me. That's just personally me. And Chucky killing his friend, an original Child's Play video guy. Cuz his friend betrayed him before he became Dom. Oh, you're talking about the guy? Yeah, he was like he broke broke his fingers. Like I think that's the scene you're talking about when he did that voodoo on that black guy or whatever. I'm not trying to be racist or nothing, but on that black guy, like he basically like broke his finger like by doing like voodoo. Like there's only one Chucky that's Brad Dourif. Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. Like I understand what Bucka is saying. Like because Pamela was the original, she was gonna be the main villain in the Friday the 13th films. But again, I find more enjoyment in Jason, you know, than that be Pamela. Just because Pamela is not really, she's a person that could die really easy, and Jason can't die easy. He can't die at all. Like you know, so I just find it more enjoyment. But again, I don't want to get off topic, you know, of Child's Play. But that's just what I'm saying. Like I personally think Jenna has the scariest voice so far. I don't really know who that is. I'm gonna go, but again, happy birthday. Can't wait to stream together. Okay, Tatum, have a good one. Thank you for popping in as always. I appreciate you. Seriously. Appreciate all the support and I appreciate you, you know. You're really kind, you know. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, like I said. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that too. You know, definitely do something sometime. Give me, you know, like I said, message me and all that. Figure out something sometime, but thank you, like I said, for popping in. I would avoid Crystal Lake if you want Jason. Well, at the same time, though, Jason is Crystal Lake. He's a part of Crystal Lake. And the whole reason why Jason came to the picture is because his mom was basically, he wanted to get revenge for the counselor, you know, basically on the counselors. But like I said, I don't want to get off topic here. You know, I want to, you know, stick to Child's Play, but that's basically my point. Like, I find the character of Jason, you know, more enjoyable than I did Pamela. Like, so I kind of like that they changed, you know, they changed the idea because I don't think I would have liked it with Pamela. Charles Lee Ray's friend got the cops on him before he got shot in store, so Chucky got even with him as dog. Oh yeah, yep. You're right, yep, he did. Yep. Tony Tyler's Candyman, but he did it. Oh, okay, so he's Candyman. Yeah, I've never really watched the Candyman film, but I was saying the TV series as they're going back to Pamela Voorhees, not Jason. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Oh yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying. You know. I even really understand. Yeah, yeah. I was just saying basically like what I felt like. You know, personally, what I feel like. Yeah, Child's Play is just one of those franchises. You know, you either like it or you don't. There's a lot of people out there that don't really, care for it like that, which I understand. There's gonna be a lot of franchises that people don't care for necessarily. Um, but like I said, Child's Play, I do think it's a lot better than Leprechaun for sure. I personally think if Child's Play wants to be taken serious, it needs to jump the company. Yeah, I understand um, what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. You know, I forget his friend's name in Child's Play. Um, whose friend again? Tiffany. You're talking about Tiffany, right? Or are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about. Yeah, which friend are you talking about? Oh, yeah, you're talking about the black guy. Yeah, I forget his name. I think his name was Eddie, I believe, or John. But I thought it was Eddie. I thought for sure it was Eddie. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get my phone out of my pocket again. Oh wait, I got it. My phone. I'm gonna see real quick the cast because Child's Play 2. Um, let's see here. So, oh, you're talking about. You're talking about van driver. They said that he's the van driver, but I don't know his actual name. I think that his um I don't really know. I think it is Eddie. I'm pretty sure it's Eddie. If I remember. But yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know mom since I have watched have seen the movie. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Eddie, if I remember. Yeah, Eddie. Yep, his name is Eddie. Oh, that was his name. It says in Google right here. Yeah, Eddie Caputo, I believe. Yeah, Bishop was also known as Dr. Jonathan Livingston. He takes Charles as a student and realizes that he only did so to find a way to cheat death. Because technically they don't give much of Charles Lee raised past child's play, so I don't know about the relation. Yeah, all I know is that yeah, they're best friends with each other. Um, and yeah, his name is Eddie. Eddie Caputo. I just remembered the big horror icons exist in Child's Play. Yeah, yeah, like his other like doll friends, like Tiffany. Well, yeah, Child's Play is a pretty it's an overall great franchise. You know, I just feel like Child's Play, the remake, it just wasn't for me. I mean, a lot of people like it, and hey, like I said, you have a right to your own opinion. You have a right, to basically enjoy what you like. Um, if you enjoyed it, hey, you enjoyed it. I'm happy for you, but for me, I just can't. I can't watch it like I could only watch it for like 2 minutes probably, and I just can't. I already like within 2 minutes I already have basically just want to skip over it and not watch it. Like just remember the main highlight. Was it Brian Chucky or C Chucky that had the PlayStation that had Jason Machete? Mastermind and French Love. I don't remember actually. I'm gonna have to look. Yeah, I don't really know about that actually. I don't know if there was even any. Um, I didn't know that Jason had a machete. Um, or I didn't know that Jason that they showed Jason's machete, and I didn't know that they had Freddy Glove. I don't remember which movie that was. Um, like I don't remember which one. Yeah, Bride of Chucky and show was Evan like a famous bride. Oh, Oh, I don't remember that. It's been a little bit since I watched The Bride of Chucky, so I don't really remember that at all. Um, Definitely gonna have to, rewatch that. I enjoy the Child's Play 1 through 4 Seed of Chucky. Went off the rails, and then Curse of Chucky got Child's Play back to its roots and enjoyed Cult of Chucky. Yeah, the only one that I didn't like was the remake. That was the only one. But all the other ones I really enjoyed. Because like I said, Brad Dourif is just always A plus. When he does, when he plays the role of Chucky, like he's just always A plus, no matter what, man. Like he's always, he's just the best, in my opinion. I just didn't really care for the new, the remake actor. And again, people had their own opinion about, the remake, but for me personally, excuse me, I can't really talk, but for me personally, I just don't really care, for the remake as a whole, you know. Did you like Seed of Chucky? Oh yeah, Seed of Chucky is a really good film. I really enjoyed that film. I really think that film is one of the best. Now, is it better than the first? No, but it is pretty good, and I really did enjoy it. I like that basically that Chucky had a partner. Like how Tiffany was basically his partner and all that. Like I just really like that. Like I think a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't like that film, of course. But for me, I don't really mind it. I think it's a really good film. I think it's like one of the best, if not the one of the most underrated ones. Like how about this? Which horror franchise has the best worst film? I honestly think that that Halloween has one bad film or a couple bad films that I know of. Actually, more than just a couple. They have like 3. But the worst of the Halloween films is probably Halloween 3. And then my second one would probably be Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell, probably. That's definitely like the worst in that franchise. And then obviously Jason Goes to Hell is probably Child's Play, the remake, is obviously the worst Child's Play movie, I believe. And the worst Scream movie is probably Scream 5, without a doubt. But you guys already know that I don't like Scream 5, but what bad horror franchise films are you like to go back to, even though you think it's bad, but you find it entertaining? And so I think the one movie that I think is bad that I find a little bit entertaining is probably Jason Goes to Hell. I mean, I don't like that movie, but it is a movie that I could go back and watch. I do got that rewatchability. That rewatchability is definitely, high for me from, Jason Goes to Hell. The only problem with that film, though, is like I was saying, that Jason wasn't even in it. He was only in it for like 5 minutes and he blew up, and That was basically it. And then he comes back at the end. He's basically possessing people and shit. Like, but yeah, other than that, I think the kills are pretty entertaining. So I think that would be like the one that I find enjoyment in, one that I don't like, the one that I think that in a way, is entertaining as well. Like I find it a little bit entertaining, somewhat, like the kills and all that. But there's definitely one, even though that's the one I don't like, one of the ones I don't like, I still find, enjoyment a little bit. I find it to be entertaining still. But it's not as bad to me as Halloween 3 or anything. Like, I could sit through Jason Goes to Hell, but Halloween 3, I can't even sit through that film for like 2 minutes. I think Halloween is shooting less than 50%. Yeah. Only problem I didn't like in Seed Chucky is him having a son. That in a weird moment, like Chucky took out Britney Spears. Exactly that moment, that was kind of a little weird. Yeah, I agree with you. That was kind of, a little cheesy that he had a child, I think that kind of got a little weird, a little bit out of hand, a little bit. But other than that, I think it's a good film. But yeah, you're right. That scene was, yeah. But that moment and him having a son, yeah. That was just weird. Can you imagine the Jason and Chucky were a duo? Dude, I honestly think they would be a pretty good duo. But I think, Jason's obviously taller than Chucky is. But I think they would be a pretty good duo. They both can't die. They're both, even though Chucky's just a doll, I still think he's pretty strong. That would be a pretty, I agree with that. Like, I'd be down for that. It's like the Jay and Silent Bob of horror. Yeah. 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 I agree with that. I'd love for someone to interview the creator of Child's Play. Yeah, me too. Yo, I know. That's something that we need. We need that. We need that interview. Chucky won't shut up. Basically, Jay and Jason doesn't talk, so he would be Silent Bob. Yeah, he would be Silent Bob and Chucky would be Jay. Like, so, yeah, similarity. There's a lot of similarities there. But yeah, Child's Play 3, like, I feel like, that film's just the most underrated. I like that whole, that setting of, the military set, the military, them being in the military and all that. Like, I really like that setting, I really did. I dig that set. I really dig it. I really do dig it. Like, But I don't know what you guys think about it. Like, I don't know what you guys think about Child's Play 3, but I definitely think it was one of the more underrated ones. Like, am I wrong for wanting to see a post-apocalypse? Am I wrong for wanting to see? No, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong for that at all. You want what you want. People like what they like. And nobody's gonna judge you for that. You're not wrong for that. You're not wrong for what you like. If you want to see that, you want to see that. You know what I mean? Like, nobody should judge you about that for what you want. Because people like certain things that some people may not like, but people are not going to judge you for that because a lot of people have different ideas. People may have a different idea than I do. Like I said, it's kind of similar to food. People are not going to like the same food as you. People are going to prefer different foods, different drinks. They're not going to like the same stuff. So, hey, there isn't nothing wrong with that. Like Chucky or Jason or Michael in a zombie apocalypse. As we can come over. Oh yeah, I would actually be down for that. I think that would be interesting. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be down for that. How about that scene in Child's Play 3 where Chucky replaces the light with real bullets? Yeah, yep. That scene was absolutely just one of the best, I think. And I think the other scene that I was probably like the trash truck scene with Chucky was in the trash, the back of the trash truck or whatever. That kill scene was just absolutely just epic. Like, I enjoyed that scene. I picture a scene with a bunch of people where a bunch of people are fighting off zombies and the camera slowly focuses on the horde of zombies coming in the middle of them. Michael Myers just standing there. Oh, dude, that would be so crazy. Either that or Jason. Because Jason is a zombie, Jason is a zombie, so I think that would be cool too. But yeah, Michael Myers kind of standing in the middle of all the zombies, like, that would actually be pretty epic. But I really think that Jason would fit more of that, like, because Jason's more of a zombie himself. So I think he would fit more, like, to be in the middle of the zombies. Would also be interesting to see how zombies would react to something like Chucky. Oh, dude, that would be so interesting. Yeah, like maybe how they would react to like Jason or something, because Jason, like I said, is a zombie. He's basically a zombie, and I can't imagine what they would think of Michael too. But I think Jason would be a lot more interesting to see. Like, let's say, like, against like zombie, like you said, like him being in the middle of a whole bunch of zombies or whatever, like, because he's a zombie himself. I think he would, make a lot more sense for him to be in the middle of them instead of Michael, because Michael's not really a zombie like Jason is. But I think Chucky would be pretty interesting too, but In the cake, in the kid get Andy's package, Chucky says, "Who are you when you most scares?" And Juggernaut plastic. Oh yeah, yeah. He was in the plastic. Yeah, yeah, that was yeah. I love that scene. I love that every bit of that scene. Basically, um, yeah, that scene was just one of the best scenes I've ever watched, probably in the franchise. Like, I love that scene. He basically is like inside like the box. He like jump scare, like scares him. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That movie is it's just very interesting. Like, I just love it, you know. And hey, I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know if you like that movie, but I definitely like it. You know, I definitely think it's one of the most underrated ones. Damn, you two giving me air and chatting. Oh, really? That's actually kind of weird because I think I've seen somebody say that before in the chat. Said that they had some problems like with the chat like before, like a bunch of like errors. Um, I don't know what the problem may be. I think it may be just YouTube or something. I don't know what it is, but that's kind of weird because I've heard a lot of people had that. You know, heard a lot of people say that they had the same problem. So that's kind of weird. Yeah, Russell was getting the errors. Yeah, Russell. Yeah, that was right. He was the one getting the errors. Yeah. It's a YouTube problem. Yep, it is. I believe it is. Yeah, Presto, you're dead. Another great quote in Child's Play 3 by Chucky. Yep. Yep. Gotta restart the chat. Maybe that's the problem. I'm also in a heavy thunderstorm. You know what's funny is that there was a thunderstorm here earlier. Um, there was a massive thunderstorm where my power went out uh, in my apartment. Like, the power went out and everything for like 3 hours. And, like, it wasn't that long, but that's still. It was like earlier, like this morning, like around like 1 o'clock. It was like thundering out, and it was a pretty bad storm, you know. But the power was out, and they had to restore it and all that. Um, but yeah, there was a bad thunderstorm here too, where I live, and like I said, I lost power in my apartment. So did everyone else. Um, but yeah, that could be the problem too. Maybe because there's a thunderstorm. Say you open a door to a pitch dark room, and all you see is the outline of something. Would you be more afraid of Michael or Jason instead of outline or Chucky? I would probably say probably Michael. I mean, Michael is known for that. I mean, he kind of stalks, you know. I mean, Chucky would be creepy too, and so would Jason. You don't want to mess with any of them, period. But I think Michael is the one. I think he's like the scariest. He's the one that I would be more frightened of. Like, if I seen like an outline of him standing there looking at me, like, I think Michael would be that guy. Like, but yeah, like my story, like earlier today, like I said, I was on my my power went out, and because my apartment's basically like a hotel. Like it's kind of weird. It's like a hotel. It's like a hallway. It's like hallways and all that. Like there's one big hallway. There's a whole bunch of there's 4 floors in my apartment. My apartment building, anyways. Well, it's basically it's got like a hallway. Like I said, like a hotel is similar. Well, all the lights were out, right? It was all dark, and I had this weird feeling, of that, like what if Michael or like Chucky even, was standing there looking at me or something while walking, man, it was pitch dark too in the hallways, like creepy. And the first floor, there's like no windows either. You ever put a jacket on your chair or something and wake up and see it? Think it's a person just standing there. Yep. I always think that. Like I have my gaming chair that I'm sitting on right now. I usually have like a blanket. Like I usually have a blanket like sitting on top. That's basically like hanging. And man, I get creeped out of that. Like it just creeps me out just looking at it, especially at nighttime when I get ready to go to bed or something. It's just like, man, it gets me a weird feeling like what if Chucky was like sitting there, Like I have that blanket, like I said, my blanket's usually hanging down, like it's creepy as hell. It's funny you said that, both of them. I put a blanket over Chucky and it scared me. Yeah, I've done that with the chair, like my chair, like I said, my game chair. I always have a bad feeling that somebody's sitting there, like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when it's turned the other way. When I can't see when I can't see it, like, I basically, like, I could only see, like, the back of it, and I could only see the blanket, like, hanging. Like, that's creepy. Because you don't know, like, I always have that bad feeling. Like, Chucky. Just imagine if Chucky was, like, sitting there, like... My cat fell asleep under the blanket one time. I was running around in my chair and I just saw the blanket moving around. And I was starting to question reality until she stood up and I was an obvious cat hotline. Oh my gosh, that is creepy. Yeah, stuff like that, it just creeps me out, I always get a bad, like, I don't get too creeped out by that stuff. But obviously I do got a whole bunch of neighbors and all that, because basically, because it's like an apartment building, so it's like multiple people that live here too. But of course I got neighbors, but it's just creepy. Like, I don't know, it's just sometimes creepy, especially when you have like your blanket hanging off the chair at night and it's all just hanging and it's all like turned the other way. It's like, and you just keep on staring at it. Like, it just gives you the creeps. People even said they had animal dogs and weird stuff happens for real. Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about that. I've heard a lot of stories about people having Annabelle dolls and real stuff went down. Like, I've heard a lot of weird stuff like that. A lot of people's had, a lot of experiences with that kind of stuff. Not only that, but just with the Annabelle doll in general, because that doll is actually real. And that doll is actually, the real doll is actually in Texas. locked in like a case. Now I don't know if you guys know that that real doll is actually, it doesn't look like the one that we see in the movie. It's more like it's like a regular doll, that a little kid would have, like a stuffed animal or whatever, something like that. It doesn't really look like the one that we see in the movie, but it's all based on a true story, like the whole Annabelle thing. It's all based on a true story, like, and that's, yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, like, they've had like experiences with those dolls. Like, I don't know about the Chucky dolls though, like, because I know a lot of people get like those good guy dolls, but I would be creeped out to get one of those. You really question the supernatural, yeah. Yeah, you do. Like, those people all day and if I listen to type of music. Yeah. Those people. Yep, yep. Cats are creepy at night. Oh yeah, especially black cats. They say even black cats are even more scarier because you can't even see them. You know what I mean? And they kind of like blend in with the dark. And that's even more creepier. I've never been a fan of cats personally though. I just find them to be nasty and disgusting, honestly. So I don't have any animals or anything, but I do think that, cats are okay, like okay, if a family member of mine got a cat, which I do have a family member that does have a cat. Of course I love that cat, I'm not gonna be mean to it. But cats for me are just absolutely just disgusting. The way they're just nasty to me. They jump on counters, all that stuff. They're nasty. Hello, my cat could grow up to 25 pounds. Yeah, that's crazy, man. No, Forest cat mix with her and me. That's Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, cats sometimes are creepy. I've had to get neighbors to hold a ladder for me as I climb 30-foot trees. Damn. That's, yeah. Like I said, I'm more of a fan of like dogs, but I don't even have a dog. But yeah, like you said about the Annabelle thing, man, like that's actually crazy, man. That a lot of people have a lot of people that had real like experiences like creepy stuff happen. Dolls in general though are just like creepy. Like I don't know what it is. You would think some paranormal activity unless it's going on with cats making too much noise in the house. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's the thing. When I used to live with um when I used to live with my dad, obviously he's got a cat at his house. It's obviously my stepmom's cat, but yeah, I always got that feeling like I always hear like noises and stuff, and it gives me like a weird feeling, like, but I know it's the cat. But that was back obviously when now I don't have a cat of my own, so. But I don't, like I said, I just don't like cats. I just don't. They're just nasty. They are creepy too, but they're more nasty than anything. Not to get too far off topic, but with cats, but there are moments when my cat is on my chest and it's sleep stage, and then out of nowhere it gets so wide-eyed and moves her head like she's falling somewhere. Dude, that's creepy, dude. No, dude, no. No. Forget that shit. Sorry for cursing, but no. That's creepy. That's absolutely just creepy. And I don't know if you guys get this sense either with cats. Like I said, I don't want to get too far off topic, but I don't know if you guys get this feeling with cats, like when they're meowing and all that stuff. I don't know if you guys get the feeling that it sounds like a little kid. Because I always get that feeling that it sounds like a little kid. Like crying or something like that. Like when cats like meow, it sounds like that. Like I don't know if you guys had that feeling, but start hissing that. It'll start hissing when it's just us in the room. That's crazy. That's weird. They say animals see spirits. Walker for real. Dude, I've actually heard that too. And I've actually seen that, animals like dogs even, they actually see like spirits and all that, they actually sense a lot of stuff. They know when there's something around. She'll move her head left to right and then straight up like someone is right behind me. Dude, that is creepy. That is creepy, but like Russell said, cats could see that kind of stuff, They could see like spirits and all that, like. Yeah, cats are many ancient driver protectors against evil. Yeah. In reality, she is probably just watching a mosquito fly around. Probably. But, that's still pretty creepy though. Like, that is why I don't have a cat. That's why I don't even have any animals. Yeah, animals are protectors, like especially dogs, but I don't even have a dog. It makes you wonder why horror movies don't use things like that to convey a feeling we all get. Exactly, that's what I'm saying too. Like that's the whole point of a horror film. Like, like Chucky would be perfect for cats. Yep, he would. You're right about that. Cats or dogs can see evil spirits. We can't. I watched some on the show where pets see spirits. It's creepy. Yeah, dude, that's actually really creepy. I've actually heard a lot of stories about that kind of stuff. About animals. They can basically see more stuff than like humans can. Like, they actually sense a lot of that stuff. That's actually crazy. But yeah, I actually heard the story about, like I said, the whole Annabelle thing. That whole story is just absolutely just creepy. That's what makes it even more creepy is that it was basically based on a true story. Like creepy, man. That's why I don't. That's why I don't have anything like that, like dolls or anything like that. Because that story, that whole Annabelle story kind of creeps me out. Wonder what's creepier, Annabelle seeing spirit or the spirits spying on the doing the dirty. I think it's more creepier when the spirits spying on us. Yeah, definitely. Original doll was Raggedy. Yeah, original doll was Raggedy Annabelle. Like I said, man, it's just creepy. Like the experiences that people have had, with that doll. Um, like I said, I've heard a lot of weird shit with that doll. I've heard a lot of weird, like, people like tell stories about it and all that. Like, now that they had to pretend I'm performing for an audience that when there might be spirits watching. That's creepy, man. Surprised if we got a good Bloody Mary horror movie. Yeah, before I ever heard about a Candyman mirror trope, it was always Bloody Mary. That Bloody Mary. Yeah, I've actually heard about that movie too. Like, that movie's pretty creepy. Bloody Mary's pretty creepy. I don't know if it's. I think that might be based on a true story as well, but I'm not sure. Somebody could tell me if I'm wrong, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that it is based on a true story. If I'm not mistaken. Have you seen Urban Legends Bloody Mary? Sorry for getting off topic. No, I haven't actually. I have not seen that at all. I have not seen Urban Legend at all. Wow. I've been meaning to watch Urban Legend. A lot of people's been telling me, to watch it because it's basically a whodunit film, similar to Scream. So a lot of people were telling me to watch it, So I probably should watch it. Urban Legends might be actually better than Scream, to be honest. I kind of disagree with that, because I think Scream is honestly the inventor. Basically, Scream is what invented the whodunit, and Urban Legends probably following the footsteps, of Scream, So I disagree with that, honestly. Not even in the film of entertainment. Yeah, but at the same time, like I said, Scream is basically the film that started the whodunit. You know what I mean? And without Scream, I don't think that without Scream, I don't think that there would be a there wouldn't be an Urban Legend. An Urban Legend, wouldn't even exist, in my opinion, because Scream, was the film that basically invented that, the whole whodunit, first film to have the whodunit factor. And then Urban Legend just basically followed the footsteps of Scream. So the only thing Scream did was have two killers. Yeah, that's a part of the whodunit, right? I mean, Scream originated all that, in my opinion. It originated like the whole, whodunit. Wes Craven invented that. He came up with that idea, to have a whodunit film, but have like a costume be involved, But then after that, Urban Legend basically followed the footsteps of Scream. Women been around since the 30s. Chucky should have crossovers. Oh yeah, Chucky. Yeah, Chucky should have some crossovers. Like I was saying, dude, I think it would be very interesting to see Chucky possibly, facing Annabelle or something like that. Even though, yeah, maybe it wouldn't make too much sense. It's something that I would want to watch though, because it's a crossover. Anything that involves, Chucky doing like fighting somebody, having like a fight with, I'm all in on that. Like, I don't care who it is. It could be the Leprechaun, it could be Annabelle. I mean, I really don't care. Really don't care. I just want to see a crossover. I want to see a Chucky crossover. Like, I want to see him actually fight somebody. Scream just revived the horror genre by making fun of it. Not really. Which is why Scream was so well received because Scary Movie was so well received because it did Scream even better than Scream did. No, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that. I don't think that Scary Movie is better than Scream. That's actually crazy to say. Like, and of course people have their own opinion, but I just don't agree with that. Like, I don't agree that Scary Movie, I don't even think Scary Movie is even close to Scream. Without Scream, I don't even think there would be a Scary Movie. Like, I mean, you may say, well, Scream is basically making fun of itself, which is not really that true. I think Scream is a Scream. And Scary Movie is obviously doing a parody of Scream, making fun of it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't like Scary Movie personally. I don't think it's a really good film. I don't think it's funny. I don't think, okay, you could say it's a parody. Yeah, it is. It is a parody, but at the same time, to me, it's not better than the actual Scream films. In my opinion, I'd much rather watch the actual Scream films, than watch the parodies. Or watch a parody, like a film making fun of it. Like, that's just the way I feel. I'd much rather watch a film basically, I want to see the real deal, not something making fun of it. Because I think that kind of gets a little goofy after a while, when you make fun of a film, it's not as fun. Because the kills be good. Yup, the kills be really good. Hell yeah. The kills would be really good, and also, just the fights, I mean, the typically scary movie had three and the audience had which yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, who, like, what are fans of? Okay, there's fans out there because I know that you like scary movie. I know that because your profile pic, but um, like, there's a lot of fans out there that would like the scary movie more than they do the Scream films. But to me, that's just crazy thinking, Like, people have a right to their own opinion, but that's not the way I think. That's not the way I feel. I think that the Scream films are always going to be way better than the Scary Movie. It's going to be way better. It's always going to be better than Scary Movie because Scary Movie is just a parody. Making fun of Scream. So all I'm saying is that I prefer personally to watch the Scream films over that because the Scream films is actually the real deal. It's not no parody. It's not no silliness in it. Like, it's actually real, Like, so personally, if you ask me, I want to watch I'd rather watch the Scream films, than I do than the Scary Movie films, or the Scary Movie film. Because, I mean, which one would you rather watch? Would you rather watch a parody? Or would you rather watch the real deal? I'd much rather watch the real deal than a parody. Like, what's your favorite Child's Play character? Ghostface Fanatic. I think my favorite Child's Play character probably is Andy, obviously. Probably Andy. Because he's like the main protagonist, or the main. He's the final person, or the final guy. So Andy. So I would say Andy. He's probably like my all-time favorite. I don't really know who else is my favorite. I'd probably say that's very difficult. I'd probably say Andy, though. I think Andy is my all-time favorite because he's like the final. He's like the main, like. But Scream is literally big. Yeah, I would pick probably Andy. I don't really know who else I really like, honestly, other than obviously the character Chucky. But I think Andy is like my favorite, like my all-time favorite, because he's like the final guy, like the main person, the main, person that Chucky tries to kill. So he's like the main survivor. So I think that, he's definitely my all-time favorite. I don't really know if I have any more, but it's kind of hard, But Scream is literally just making fun of horror while trying to be a serious film. But again, it's a different thing. It's a different scenario because we're talking about a parody. All right. So you're basically saying a parody is better than the actual Scream films, which I actually disagree with. I honestly disagree with that. That you say that you like the parody. Okay, you have a right to like what you like. But I'm just saying, for me, I don't think it's better. I don't think that Scary Movie is better than the actual Scream films. Because Scream films, without the Scream films, there wouldn't be a scary movie. Scary movie wouldn't even, it wouldn't even, wouldn't even exist. But it's basically making fun of it. Like, and you say that Scream basically makes fun of itself. Like, I don't really know. Like, I understand what you're saying. But I don't agree with that. Like, I just don't. I disagree. I strongly disagree with that. Like, I don't. Like, okay, people are entitled to their own opinion. They can like what they like, But for me, I just don't. I can't be down with that. Like, I can't be down with saying that scary movie is better than the Scream films. That's why it's labeled. Once again, it goes back to your way of thinking. I'm not pointing to Friday 13th. Yeah, but the thing is, so Friday 13th changing to Jason becoming a parody of Halloween. I don't think Friday the 13th is really a parody of Halloween. Because they're two different settings, two different, storylines. They're not even the same. Maybe Jason has some similarities to Michael, but I don't even think it's a parody of Michael, because if that's the case, then how come Michael wasn't ripping people's arms off? Michael would have been ripping people's arms off before Jason did if Jason was supposedly copying, Michael. Like, but you take it serious. Yeah, I do. I really do, man. Like, I really love Scream. But I'm not down with the fact that Scary Movie is a better overall film. I'm not down with that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Yeah. Everyone is. Everybody can like what they like, and people like what they like. Like I said with food. Not everybody's gonna like the same stuff. Not everybody's gonna like, the same food. And people just have so many different, people just have different feelings, towards movies and all that. Like, people may like the parody version more than the actual Scream films, which I don't get how people do, but hey, I guess if you enjoy that, hey, more than Scream films, I guess you're entitled to your opinion. But for me, I can't be down with that, because it's not the real deal. I'm not questioning the consistency not applying to other franchises. Scream is technically a parody of a true life event. Yeah, but it's not really a parody, though. Maybe it's following a story of the Gainesville Ripper, I believe, but it's not really a parody of that. Like, Scream is just it's a standalone film. Like, Andy and the girl from part 2 that helps Andy and Tiffany Valid was another favorite character of Child's Play. Oh yeah, Tiffany is my other favorite. I think Tiffany is one of my other favorites. And also, I don't remember if you remember, the rapper Redman was actually in The Seed of Chucky, I believe, or The Bride of Chucky. I believe. I forget which one he was in, but that was kind of funny. I don't know if any of y'all like rap music, but like me, but I love rap music. It's my favorite kind of music. It is 100% a parody of Halloween. The characters both act the same. Wait, only one kill normally. Yeah, but the thing is, like they're if Jason was a copycat of Michael, I think he would be basically doing the same thing as Michael, like stalking people, just using a knife, that's it. No, Jason's actually doing his own thing. Like Jason kills, the way he kills is far more creative than Michael. Okay? Far more than Michael. But somehow he's copying Michael. Like, I don't see that. Like, maybe they're both similar in a lot of ways. But the difference is Jason is actually a zombie. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's a zombie and Michael's not. Michael's a real human. He's a real human that basically got cursed. And obviously he can't die. So I don't agree with that. I don't think it's a copy. I don't think it's copying it at all. Like, I think they're totally different franchises. Michael will kill you artistically while Jason will throw you into a tree. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what the difference is. Like, Michael kills people with just, he could gouge, he could squeeze somebody's head or whatever and kill them. But he uses just his butcher knife, and Jason uses his machete, and also it gets really creative when it comes to killing. Like, the only difference between the two, I started looking at Dude, I just don't. I don't see it, honestly. I just don't. I don't see how it's copying it. They both stalk. Both don't talk. They don't both stalk. I don't think Jason stalks. I think Jason. I don't think Jason stalks. Michael stalks, but I don't think Jason does. I think Jason just comes right towards you. He walks right towards you. He starts coming after you. He doesn't pop out of closets and all that like Michael does. So there's two different. They're totally different. Yeah, they have similarities. Maybe they both don't talk. Maybe they both can't die. But they're not. Jason's not a parody of Michael. At least I don't think so. I mean, that's just my opinion. Yeah, he was. Eminem. Yeah, I like Eminem too. But my favorite rapper of all time, and I don't know if you agree with this, my favorite rapper of all time is Tupac. Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time. Just the way I just feel like he was like a GOAT. When he I feel like he was the best in the rap game. And obviously his life was cut short, sadly, but I just felt like he was the best in the rap game. The way he was basically rapping about real life stuff. he was basically like an activist too, and all that. Like, so he was like my favorite. He's like my favorite rapper. Like, and I think that he's like the best personally. But I like Eminem too. But Tupac is like, I'm gonna say like I'm gonna go Tupac, Biggie, and Eminem. Like my top three right there, hands down. But Tupac was like, I think Tupac for me was like the best, you know, just because like I said, like he's spoke on like real life stuff. You know, the only rapper not to sell dope, the only rapper to basically be known as a thug, but also, you know, not kill people or rob banks or, you know, like he was like an activist and all that. I don't know if you know what that is, but I think that's why, you know, he spoke about real life stuff, you know, going on in the world, you know. So I think that Tupac's my favorite rapper. But yeah, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, my top three. You know, I love Eminem too. But Tupac, like I said, was just something about him. I just like the way he like spoke on real life stuff. Like how many rappers today like do that, you know? How many rappers actually tell the truth and actually is real, you know, with their music? You know? Like not too many. There's really not any today like that really speak the truth like that, you know? So I just feel like he was like the best like rapper. Like I feel like he was like the best. He's personally my favorite, you know? Um just because of that, you know, I think he's like a GOAT. I still think he is the GOAT, you know? Even after he's been gone for like 20 years, but I still think he's the GOAT, you know, of rap. Like, but I like Eminem too. Eminem's nasty, you know. I mean, the creators of Jason even said it was made by a parody. Yeah, but at the same time, I've never heard that before. I've never heard that. Michael and Jason are like DC and Marvel. Yeah. Hey man, I guess everybody's got their own opinion. I just don't see it like that. This is the way it walls. Yeah, small characters and changes and sudden changes. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion, right? Redman kills or gets killed by Chucky. Yup, he does. And Redman as a rapper, like I've never really been a fan of his as a rapper, but I do think that he's like a legend for sure. You know, even though I've never really been a fan of him, like like as a rapper, like I've never like I like it. I like him, of course, because he is a legend. But I've never like been like a fan of him, like a diehard fan. You should rewatch Friday the 13th because Jason is a huge stalker. I don't remember that. I don't think that he's a stalker. I think that maybe I am missing a little something, but I never saw him as a stalker. Like, Guy cuts the power outside campers, climbs on board, waits for the right moment to slam the girl's head through a wall. Yeah, but that's not really similar to Michael. 'Cause I mean, does Michael punch people's heads off? No, I don't think so. The whole Jason Goes to Manhattan is him stalking a girl and her friends. Maybe, but that doesn't mean it's similar. Like, it doesn't mean it's the same. To me, anyways, I don't think it is, but that's cool. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar is another good rapper that I like. Yeah, Eminem signed them both. Yep. I give them the record labels. Yep. Eminem raps about his daughter, and yeah, but the thing about like I like Eminem now, but like for me, like Tupac to me, okay, this is just my opinion. All right, like Tupac was speaking on like real life stuff. He's the first rapper also to release a double CD. Like how many rappers, imagine how hard it would be to release a double CD and put out a whole bunch of songs like that. And also he was like in the studio all the time. I heard a lot of stories that he was basically in the studio like nonstop, even after he went to like jail and all that. Like I heard that just went to the studio, like he was just, that's what he loved to do. He loved to be in the studio. That's what I heard, you know. And I also heard too that, you know, just the way he was rapping about, you know, all this stuff going on in the world, you know, about society and all that. There's real life stuff. That's the kind of stuff why I think why Tupac is basically like my favorite, and why I think that he's the GOAT, even though he's dead, you know. Even though he's dead and gone, I still think that he is, you know, I think that he was the best, that, you know, because he was the only rapper, like I was saying, basically that was portrayed to be like a thug, but not sell like dope. You know, yeah, maybe he was a thug, but he didn't sell dope or anything like that. He was like an activist, like, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why Tupac is my favorite. But I do love Eminem. Eminem, you know, they're all just legends, you know. Tupac, Biggie, and Eminem, you know, they're all legends. But yeah, I do like Eminem. But Tupac to me just had more like heartfelt like songs, you know, like Dear Mama, Brenda's Got a Baby. What other songs? All Eyes on Me, and Bitches at the Rider. Unconditional Love. You know, there's so many songs to me that like, there's so many songs that I can name, dude. Like that I like. I like all of his music, really. You know, I like all of Tupac's music, even though he's been dead for 20 years. I still like his, you know, I still like all of his music, all his songs, all of his albums. Doesn't matter what song it is. I still like, you know, every song he does, you know, all of his music is great, you know. It's not just one song, it's all of his songs. You guys ever see the 4-episode documentary about Jimmy Lovin, Dr. Dre, Tupac, Snoop Dogg, and Eminem? No, I've never seen that actually. However, I did watch the I did watch the documentary about who killed Tupac and Biggie. That's basically it. But yeah, I've never watched that. I think I watched like a Death Row documentary as well about Tupac, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg, and like Suge Knight and all that. Oh, it's called The Defendant. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I heard that. I heard of that before, but I don't remember if I saw that. Yeah, Kyle is a girl from part two that helps. Andy, she's a good character in Child's Play too. Yeah, she was. Yep, she was. All the characters really in Child's Play 2 were the best. You know, did pretty good, in my opinion. Michael doesn't punch people's heads off because he's the original take. He's the original serious take on the character. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Jason is a parody character, so he is um, goofy stuff that you wouldn't see Michael do, but would expect with how people portray him being strong enough to pick someone up with that arm and stab them. Yeah, I mean, listen, they do have their similarities, but again, I don't think that they're, I don't think that they're similar. Like, I don't think they're the same. I don't think Jason is a copy, like a parody of Michael. Like, I just don't. I think Jason's more of like his own. They made Jason be like his own like villain, But this will be another thing we'll agree to disagree on. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay, man. People will agree to disagree on stuff, and that's totally fine. We're still, people are going to disagree with each other, and that's fine. That's a part of the community. Doesn't mean that I'm going to hate you for it. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that you're going to hate me for my thoughts on it. Even though I may not disagree or I may not agree with that. A lot of people are saying that Tupac faked his death. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that say that. Because I don't know if you know that basically his family is basically known to like disappear or whatever. Like he had like Black Panther, like his family was basically like, I don't know if you know what the Black Panther Party is, but he's got family that was a part of that. The Black Panther Party, like his mom was, and basically they like would disappear and all that. So people were saying like after supposedly he had got shot in '94 that he started like having like a plan and all that because he started like reading like a book about he started reading the book about like Machiavelli or whatever. So that's the reason why people think he's still alive. Possibly because his family, was known basically to disappear. People think that he could have too, and I definitely think it's possible. Honestly, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying it's definitely something that is very possible. His family is basically known to do that, like basically known to disappear. And also he was an actor too, so, and he probably had a lot of, body doubles. But again, I'm not saying that he did or anything, but it's just kind of like strange. Joyner Lucas feat Eminem. What if I told you I'm gay with another police song? If you haven't heard it, you should give it a listen. Oh yeah, Eminem's best. Yeah, Eminem's song. I think I've heard that song before. I think that's on the Kamikaze album, right? If I'm not mistaken. Best conversations are between people in the past. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, maybe when I say that Tupac is my favorite rapper, personally, people may say, may say that they have their own preference as well. Like I like Eminem and I like Biggie, right? But my preferred artist is Tupac. Just because of the social message that he had, like that message that he had in his music. How real he was. Like that's just like my preferred. But I still like Eminem and Biggie. I still like those rappers, of course. I'm still gonna always like those rappers, but even though that Tupac's my favorite, doesn't mean I hate Biggie or Eminem. It's just my preferred. People have their own preferred, artists that they like. Like me, I always like Tupac over Biggie. But I still like Biggie, And maybe I like Tupac a little bit more than Eminem, but I still like Eminem. You know what I mean? So everybody's got their own like preferred like artists that they like. Like that's just my preferred artist. Like it's just my preferred. Not everybody's gonna have the same artist that you like. Another favorite is Bride of Chucky. That movie doesn't get talked about. Oh yeah, Bride of Chucky is another great one. Bride of Chucky is probably another underrated one. And I think that was the one where Tiffany and Chucky get married, I believe. And I think that's when they had like a child or something. That whole thing was weird. I think that was the seed of Chucky when they had a child, but I think in the Bride of Chucky they got married. But yeah, that movie's definitely one of the more underrated ones. We were talking about Bride of Chucky earlier. Yeah, I mean, Bride of Chucky is a really good film. No, it's an unreleased song. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out because I've never heard that before. I know who Joyner. I know who. What's his name again? Joyner Lucas, I believe he said. I think I've heard of him before, but I'm definitely gonna have to take a listen to that song. I've never heard it before. Because it was too good not to be released. Yeah, there's a lot of good songs that that basically people wish that were released, but unfortunately there's a lot of artists have a lot of unreleased content. I prefer listening to Nelly and Ludacris because I think they're way. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like you have your preferred, I have my preferred. Everybody's has their own, preferred. you know, artists, you know. I love that everybody has different takes. That scene is also in End of Cult of Chucky. Oh, bless you. All right. Damn evidence lockers. Brad and Chucky had a hostage situation that believed they were going to possess the boy and the girl. Oh yeah, yeah. Yep, I think I remember that. Yeah, Jordan Lucas could more easily said. Oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar is probably like one of the best. Like today, like he's one of the best. I don't think he's like the GOAT or nothing, but he's definitely one of the best. He's definitely up there with Eminem in terms of like lyricists and all that. Like, that's one where Tiffany Velda gets transferred into a doll. Oh yeah, when she's basically she turns into a doll. Yeah, and I think they get married. I believe, right? If you like Eminem style, oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar has, like I said, he's got similar style to Eminem. Like Kendrick Lamar is with him. I think I don't think he's better than Eminem personally, but I think he's in terms of lyricist, I think he's up there with him, like for sure. You know, like who would you bet on in a rap battle? I mean, that would be a hard thing, a hard pick, right? That'd be hard to choose who would win because they're both so like they're both like lyricists, like they're so good. I guess Tom McDonald is pretty good as well, but I can't get into him. Yeah, I don't really like Tom McDonald, honestly. I just don't like the where like today's rap has went, you know? I don't like a lot of these I don't like mumble rap. I hate mumble rap. I think mumble rappers have ruined the rap game, honestly. Like rappers like Lil Yachty, um, Lil Pump, Lil Xan, all them rappers I think ruined rap. I think because there's no real, you know, it's not like it used to be. It's just not. It's not real rap. Whoever likes mumble rap, I'm sorry, you're crazy. A lot of people have their own, have their opinions, of course, but me, I just can't get down with that. I can't get down with mumble rap. I'm sorry. Like all they do is say the same things over and over and over. Like, can't be down with that. I love 2 Chainz as well. Yeah, 2 Chainz is alright. I like him. I also like, Lil Wayne and all that too. You know? Am I wrong for being able to listen to that? Not like what he represents. No, you're not. You're not wrong because you like what you like I was saying. You like what you like, and people like, like I said, maybe while I don't like him, while I don't listen to his music, hey, I'm glad that you enjoy it. I'm glad that you enjoy his music. You're talking about the married couple in Brad and Chucky before they killed them. Best scene. Oh yeah. Before they before they became like dolls, I believe. Yeah, I remember. Yep. I was talking about teenagers that kidnapped for the whole movie. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, Eminem is absolutely just nasty. Like, I don't. That's why I think that a lot of people who beef with him nowadays, they're afraid to really beef with him. You know, there's a lot of people that are basically afraid to face him because they know, like deep down, they're gonna get destroyed. Like, you know. Yes, you notice how rap went from a beat-based scene to everyone better understanding their lane until Eminem disappeared. Not all the beefs and shooting started again. That's actually crazy, yeah, because there's actually a point when they were beefs and like shootings quit, like, you know, but then it started all over again. Like, um, it's actually crazy how many rappers that we've lost, you know, in the past like 5 years. I mean, we've lost Pop Smoke. He got shot in a home invasion. Um, we lost little. So we lost Pop Smoke. We lost little XX Tentacion in the shooting. He got murdered too. Nipsey Hussle got murdered. King Von got murdered too. Shit's crazy. You know, we lost a lot of rappers, man. Like, especially, and they were, you know, they were young too. The only rapper that I know of that didn't didn't get murdered was Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD just had like a seizure, which he was one of my favorites as well. Juice WRLD. He was pretty young too. But yeah, he had like a seizure because he was like, I think he was like overdosing on drugs. So he was like the only rapper that didn't get like murdered like that. Like, oh yeah, and then also Mac Miller, but I think he overdosed on drugs. Eminem put fear into people just because he would make songs about his mom. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Like, I think it's because they just know deep down they're gonna lose. They do get married in the Bride of Chucky, but that scene in the Bride of Chucky where they kill a couple on there, really crazy scene. Yep, one of the best scenes, I think. I believe Eminem thinks 2 Chainz is one of the best rappers alive. Yeah, I definitely think that he thinks that. Obviously, he thinks that Kendrick is one of the best too. You know. I wouldn't go that far, but 2 Chainz is catchy. It was entertaining. Yeah, I get it. You know, a lot of people have their own, you know, their own views. You know, their own. Like I said, they like what they like. You like what you like. You know. I'm actually so sad that Eminem won't do a collab with Ludacris. I know. You know what collab? My dream collab would have been though. Honestly, my dream collab. This is what I wanted to see. This is what would be like cool. I think it would be a little too much, but I think like Tupac and like Eminem like collabing with each other. I think that would be a little bit too much, but like I said, especially like on a diss track or something, I think that would be just a little too much. Eminem sent Machine Gun Kelly to the Shadow Realm, also known as rock music. Yep. Yep. He destroyed Machine Gun Kelly. I'm not even a fan of Machine Gun Kelly, honestly. You know, I've never really been a fan of him. He's not really a rapper. He's more of a singer than anything, you know? And he made fun of all Lil Wayne, by copying Lil Wayne, that they stopped making music. Yep, yep. Yeah, XX Tentacion, yo. Yeah. Yeah. I've never really been a fan of his either. Um, but you know, I don't like when all these rappers today like claim that they're better than like the old. They claim that they're somewhat better than like the old rappers, which I don't like that at all. Not that Takeoff was really a rapper. He was the guy that he said the word last words of every line. Oh, okay. Yup. He died from like syrup and like lean. Yep. He just overdosed. You know, sad. It was the Brad Chocolate where he tried to do another new nightmare. I'm trying to think where they were filming his shot in the cemetery. Yup. Yup. Exactly. Yup. I remember. They got a few Eminem, Tupac songs. Obviously, it's Eminem mixed with an existing Tupac song. Yeah, it was what was that song? One Day at a Time, I believe. I think it was on the Resurrection, the Tupac Resurrection album. When they basically like collab. Well, Eminem basically made that. I think he produced that song. So they didn't really like collab with each other. I'm just talking about them like actually being able to meet each other. You know what I mean? Like how epic would that have been? Like they would have been able to meet each other and actually do like a real like collab instead of like, because I know you could say it's basically a collab, but I think it was just Eminem just put his voice like into the song. Like, but I think it would have been cool for them to see, like for them to like do a diss track with each other or something, like, or just to like meet one another, you know? Because I don't know if they met each other. Pretty sure Eminem has when he was probably a little kid, but I'm not sure at all. He probably would have been little. The Curse of Chucky was epic. It went back to the original Child's Play roots. Yeah. I love the Tupac beat James Brown Unchained. Oh, I've never heard that. Is that like a remix or something? Because I've never heard that before. I'm definitely gonna have to take a listen. Am I wrong? Because I want to get it down till I die. Are you rapping like a verse or something? I think that's like a Tupac verse, yo. Yeah, James Brown, Tupac, I changed the payback, untouchable. Oh, okay. I don't really remember that song at all. But yeah, how cool would it have been for Tupac and Eminem though to like actually like meet each other like in the studio and them like rap with each other like in the studio like with each other like doing like let's say like a diss track or something. Like I just could, dude. I think that would be too much, honestly. If you're really asking me, I think that would be a little too much. You know. It's from that Chain movie soundtrack. Those who's fact, that's what he's talking about. Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't know what you were talking about. Sorry about that, Blucka. Um, I don't think Tupac. I don't think Eminem and Tupac would have got along. Oh, why do you say that? Eminem was actually inspired by Tupac. Tupac became more a mainstream gangster, and Eminem tried to stay low-key hermit. Yeah, like I said, the like Tupac. Like I said, Tupac. Um, was like Eminem's like inspiration. Eminem actually said in countless interviews, you know, he was talking about Tupac and all that, like how basically how he was inspired by him, why he got into like the rap game and all that. Like he was basically talking to because he was inspired by him, and he was actually saying, I don't know if he saw the interview, but he was basically talking about Tupac being the greatest rapper of all time, And I think Tupac is. I think he was definitely like the GOAT. But yeah, he was definitely inspired by Tupac. So I don't know. I think they would have got along fine, you know. You ever seen the videos of Tupac before and after dating a family? Yeah. I've actually seen a lot of interviews, of him. Like, I don't know if I've seen that specific video that you're talking about. What's your favorite scenes from The Curse of Chucky series? The Curse of Chucky. I don't remember that film too much. I don't really remember that film like too much. Like, if I'm being honest with you, I don't remember that at all. I don't remember any of the scenes really that much. I only remember the scenes from like the third film, the second film, and the first. Um, but I don't remember. And I would say the Seed of Chucky and the Bride. I remember some scenes from that, but I don't remember any scenes from the Curse of Chucky. Like I don't remember any. He basically became a gangster rapper after they. Yeah, like people were like he was basically like a gang. Yeah, he was like a gangster rapper. Um, but he really wasn't like that, you know. Like he didn't like rob banks like a lot of these other like gangster rappers, you know. He was like an activist. Like I don't know if you know what that is, like, but he was basically like an activist, um, basically like a motivational like speaker. You know what I mean? Like maybe he had that like thug image or whatever. Um, but he wasn't really just about that. The thug image, I think, was just people that he probably like grew up with. Probably that was about it. Other than that, you know, he didn't sell dope or he's the only rapper I believe that was portrayed as a thug that didn't sell dope, that didn't, you know, commit any crimes. He went from white man to street savage after they broke up. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, the Tupac was a savage. He went hard. You know. Yeah, like Tupac was basically like an activist. Like so, basically, he was like a motivational speaker because his family was basically like a part of like this Black Panther Party or whatever. And he was like a motivational like speaker. His mom was a motivational speaker. You know, he's basically like Martin Luther King. Even though he was, you know, like portrayed as like a thug and all that, he wasn't really like a thug. Like he didn't like rob banks. He didn't like sell dope or nothing like that. Like maybe he did. Maybe he was like did like gangster rap and all that. He was basically like a gangster, but that's about it. Man, I don't think that he was really a thug. You know, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think that he was actually like a gangster. I think he was more of a like yeah, he was pretty much a gangster, but he was more of a like an activist and like a motivational like speaker, like I was saying. You know how like a lot of these other rappers today like are like basically like thugs or like gangsters, but they like kill each other and all that. Well, Tupac didn't do that. He was the only one that basically didn't sell dope or anything like that. You know, he didn't sell any dope. He didn't rob no banks. He didn't kill nobody. You know, he never stole nothing from anybody. He's like the only rapper really the only like gangster rapper basically that never did those things. Well, I don't know if that makes any sense. Or is that the cult of Chucky? I don't know, maybe. The curse of Chucky, somebody killed his own Karen. I don't remember either. The curse of Chucky was grabbed her daughter's house before she went to mental hospital. Oh, I don't remember. I seriously don't remember that at all. And those Tupac interviews still make me laugh because they show either the form and is like a completely different person. Yeah, like Tupac basically like I was saying. Like I don't know if you believe in like Illuminati or anything. That's what the people like say with like celebrities. A lot of people were saying that, you know, that basically like the Illuminati and all that was basically, you know, pushing him into that kind of stuff. But he really wasn't like that. He was more like a teacher and all that, more of like a, football coach or whatever. Like he wasn't even, I think the Illuminati basically, I don't know if you believe in any of that, but it's known in like Hollywood. A lot of actors have talked about, the Illuminati, a lot of celebrities. But like I was saying, he was the one celebrity that basically I feel like they pushed him into that, image, basically got framed by the media, That's what I'm saying. Basically got pushed into that shit, like, the gangster thing. Cult of Chucky is mental hospital. I can't really think of the Curse of Chucky scene, to be honest. I can't either. I don't remember. When Chucky comes to life and stabs that woman in that, they'd see it in the Curse of Chucky. Yeah, it was. It was a very good scene. Absolutely. Yep. Love that scene. Andy beats Chucky. Yeah, I think there was. I believe that Andy actually beats up Chucky. I forget what scene it was though. I forget which. Like I said, I don't really remember any of these movies that much. Like I don't really remember the Curse of Chucky or the Cult of Chucky either. Or I don't remember what the name was. I think it was the Curse. I think there is a Curse of Chucky and a Cult of Chucky. She's in the Curse of Chucky. Oh, that's very interesting. I did not know that. That is very, very interesting. Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff. I watch her like very big. Yeah, she does. She kind of, I think she gets a lot, pretty annoying sometimes, I think I'm about to wrap it up tonight, guys. For tonight. She reminds me, yeah, she does. She's just annoying, But I think I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight, guys. Thank you for all the support, and thank you all for like the birthday wishes and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed talking, some Child's Play. Yeah, got way off topic, with the rap game, but it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe like a music stream. I don't know. This channel is mostly about like movies and all that, but I think it would be fun to like talk about like music, like rap and all that. Like, but yeah, I think I am gonna be getting out of here. Y'all, I appreciate all the support, like I said. Thank you all for all the birthday wishes. Even though, yeah, we did get off topic, we got way off topic, with the rap game and whatnot. But it's totally fine, I had a lot of fun still, and I hope you guys did too. Um, be sure to, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Of course, you guys are subscribed. But for those out there that see this channel, be sure to subscribe, Um, but I am going to be heading out. Thank you all for, like I said, all the support, all of the, like I said, thank you all for the support. And it truly means a lot to me, It truly means a lot, that you guys show the support, I really, really, really appreciate you guys. And this is why I keep on doing these streams, So I hope you guys have a great night, and be sure to look out for more videos from me, obviously. I'm going to still continue that, more live streams, of course. But until next time, y'all, see you guys later. Good night.